While there are many various sorts of individuals in the world, certain types seem to stand out more than others. A great value sigma guy is an intriguing individual who does not appear to belong to any one group or type. He is a man with a mission. He is emotionally knowledgeable, has a high sense of self-worth, and follows his own path. Although it might be difficult to pinpoint precisely what defines a guy of high value, there are some things that men of high value sigma do not do. Therefore, here are 10 things that high value sigma guys never do. Number 1. They never make comparisons to others. Comparison with others is a recipe for unhappiness. It leads to sentiments of inferiority, hatred, and envy. We focus on what we lack rather than being grateful for what we have. This type of thinking is particularly detrimental to success. We view the achievement of others as a danger rather than something to strive towards. Frequently, we question why they are not me. I am equally skilled as they are. Comparing oneself to others is a circle that never ends. No matter how successful you get, there will always be someone more successful than you, and the more successful you become, the more others will compare themselves to you. It's a no-win situation. And men with high value sigma realize that comparing themselves to others is a waste of time. He is satisfied with his identity and has no desire to prove himself. Everyone is on their own path, and success is relative. What may be successful for him may not be successful for others. Instead of comparing yourself to others, you should refrain from doing so in order to avoid disappointment. Concentrate on being the best version of yourself. Focus on your own purpose and do not be concerned with what others are doing. You should only compare yourself to the prior version of yourself. As long as you were moving in the proper direction, you were on the correct path. Number 2. They never offer justifications or whine about their situation. When you complain, you immediately develop a victim mentality. You must either leave the circumstance, alter the situation, or accept it. The alternative is lunacy. High-value sigma males are doers, not whiners. He never justifies his actions or places blame on others for his problems. He recognizes that in order to get something done, he must do it himself. Protesting and whining accomplish nothing. It is a show of weakness and lack of responsibility to make excuses. It demonstrates that you lack control over your choices and are unable to accept responsibility for your life. A man of great worth never puts himself in a situation where he must provide an explanation. One of the most unpleasant characteristics of a person is their constant whining and excuse-making. It's quite unpleasant and makes the other person uncomfortable. Women have no desire to be with a man who constantly protests and complains. Not only women, but all individuals. No one wants to be around someone who is perpetually negative and depressing. Number 3. They are indifferent to what others think of them. What people think of you is irrelevant to you. You are not responsible for the opinions of others about you. Men of high worth are unconcerned about what others think of them. Kissing is an example of codependence. We attempt to influence how others perceive us and put our self-worth on their approval. This causes a great deal of worry and anxiety. We become hesitant to commit errors or take chances because we fear tarnishing our reputation. Numerous individuals live in a perpetual state of worry, constantly attempting to satisfy others and conform to their expectations. However, this is not the behavior of a high-status sigma guy. These men are not scared to be distinctive. They accept their differences and are at ease with who they are. They live according to their own norms and ideals, and they do not allow others to dictate how they should conduct themselves. Respecting the opinions of others is essential, but you should never allow them to dictate your life. You are the only individual who knows what is best for you. People will forever throw stones at you. What will transpire will rely on your actions. A span or a barrier. So pick yourself up and go on. Number 4. They never disparage or demean others. Not only does being arrogant and talking down to others make you appear awful, but it also makes you feel terrible. Being arrogant is a manifestation of poor self-esteem. It's a method to conceal your own inadequacies by degrading others. There is a significant distinction between confidence and arrogance. Actual successes are the basis for confidence, while arrogance is founded on the mistaken idea that one is superior than others. A real sigma guy of great worth exudes confidence. However, he never degrades people. Everyone is equal, and no one is superior to others. When conversing with someone, they treat everyone with respect regardless of their social level or accomplishments. High-value men are always conscious of their body language and vocal tone. They recognize that how you express yourself is equally as essential as what you say. They seldom speak loudly or interrupt others. That would simply make them appear foolish. People frequently misinterpret these men's confidence for arrogance, which is far from the reality. An exceptional value Sigma man is confident because he recognizes his own value. He has no need to cast people down in order to feel good about himself. Number 5. They never seek approval for doing the right thing. There is no popularity contest in life. A Sigma guy of high value will do the right thing without being asked and without being expected to. They do it because it is the proper thing to do, not for attention or applause. An exceptional value Sigma man is an outstanding example for others. He never seeks affirmation or acceptance from others. He never asks for anything in exchange for his leadership. Men need praise and attention to feel good about themselves, despite their low worth. A guy with high Sigma value is satisfied with doing good since it is the right thing to do. He is aware that his deeds speak louder than his words, and he needs just his own approval. These men would rather receive the severe criticism of a single intellectual man than the mindless acceptance of the majority. When low-status males do anything innovative, especially if it appears a bit strange, they frequently seek praise from people who are least likely to provide it. However, neither acceptance nor criticism can support a creative lifestyle. Number 6. They never allow others to take advantage of them. These men are generous and helpful, but they never allow themselves to be used. They recognize their value and will not accept being treated like a doormat. If someone attempts to exploit them, they will immediately put a stop to it. They will not submit to manipulation or exploitation. Numerous individuals in our world are skilled at taking advantage of others. They are deceptive and egocentric, exploiting anything and everyone to achieve their goals. These folks are not, however, idiots. They can detect manipulators from a mile away and will not accept being used as pawns in another's game. Unfortunately, many individuals allow themselves to be taken advantage of because they are afraid to stand up for themselves for fear of rocking the boat. They would rather endure in quiet than confront the individual taking advantage of them. This is particularly true in the workplace, where people are frequently afraid to speak up for fear of losing their jobs. Many guys of little worth permit themselves to be exploited in order to climb the corporate ladder. For the sake of prestige and authority, they are prepared to bow to the prevailing social structure. A real Sigma guy of exceptional worth decides to live outside the hierarchy. They are unconcerned with status or authority and would prefer to be free than to be bound to a job they detest. Number 7. They know when to maintain silence. Sometimes it is advantageous to remain silent. The quiet may communicate volumes without uttering a single word. Never think that louder equals stronger. Quiet is weak. No answer is nevertheless a response, and it is a potent one. A Sigma guy of high value never says anything that might be offensive or problematic. They are aware that it is sometimes preferable to be silent and let others speak. A guy with a high Sigma score is a quiet, powerful type. They are not compelled to fill every void with pointless speech. They are at ease with quiet and are able to utilize it to their advantage. They frequently utilize silence to test people. By keeping silence, they observe the response of the other party. When there is no pressure to talk, people are more inclined to express their actual thoughts and emotions, making this a terrific method to get to know someone. Sometimes it's quite difficult to keep our tongues shut. We want to speak our minds and be honest with our views and feelings, especially when we are unhappy. By keeping cool and reserving their responses, they prevent any potential confrontation from escalating. Despite their low value, males frequently like to be the focus of attention. The high-status male Sigma is willing to remain in the background. They like studying individuals and all that is occurring. Number 8. They attempt not to appear omniscient. You need not have all of the answers. It is acceptable to be mistaken occasionally. Men of high quality have no qualms about admitting ignorance. They recognize that it is impossible to know everything and are not hesitant to ask for assistance when necessary. They are respectful and teachable, and they recognize that we can all learn from one another. Attempting to pretend like you know everything is a certain way to look foolish. People frequently attempt to appear more knowledgeable than they actually are. They make great claims and attempt to appear intelligent, but they have no idea what they're talking about. This conduct is more prevalent than you may believe. People are reluctant to confess ignorance, therefore they act as though they are knowledgeable. However, this merely results in humiliation and frustration. There is no shame in recognizing the need for assistance. It is a show of strength, not weakness, to seek assistance. These individuals do not attempt to impress new acquaintances with their expertise. They are modest and inquisitive, and are more concerned with learning about the other person than with impressing them. This makes them more approachable and likable. People are more inclined to desire to be in their presence if they exude authenticity and candor. Number 9. They inhabit the current moment. While most individuals live for the weekend, the high-value Sigma male lives for today. After a stressful week, the ordinary individual utilizes the weekend to go out and break free. While others are resting, these men take advantage of the opportunity to advance. These males are up and taking advantage of the early hour. Early birds get the worm, and Sigma guys of high value are not hesitant to work for what they want. You may believe that these men are all business and no play. Nonetheless, this is not the case. They are adept at balancing work and recreation. They do not allow his work to overwhelm him, but they also do not spend his time on pointless activities. Certainly, they like the odd day off. Nonetheless, they do not allow it to rule his life. Number 10. They never attempt to satisfy everyone. You cannot make everyone happy, and attempting to do so will only result in your own disappointment. Men of high quality are not people pleasers. They do not comply. This does not imply that these men are obnoxious or inconsiderate, since they are aware that it is impossible to please everyone all of the time. They do not waste time attempting to make everyone happy or sugarcoat the situation. They do not care what others think of them, and they are not scared to express themselves. This enables them to be genuine and straightforward with others. It is simple to become caught up in the views of others. We compare ourselves to others and want to replicate their success, but this not only leads to feelings of jealousy and anger, but it also diminishes our unique abilities and aid. Men of high quality are aware that they do not have to please everyone to be successful. They concentrate on their own aims and desires and allow detractors to criticize the road you have chosen. Nobody else can traverse it, and nobody else can comprehend it.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.